hikers came in, made themselves at home, and proceeded to snore the entire night.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, good morning. So I'm just starting the trail. It's about 7:45 in the morning. This is my fourth morning. That was my third night camping. I'm breaking personal records every day. And last night was my first night in a shelter. I thought I was going to have it all to myself, but about 6:30, a couple of hikers came in, made themselves at home, and proceeded to snore the entire night. So I didn't get much sleep. It was a really nice shelter, and I was looking forward to a good night's sleep, but that didn't happen. So you take your chances, I guess, when you sleep in a shelter with other hikers. Right now, I prefer tent camping. You know, I was expecting to hear some nature sounds while I was out here hiking the AT, but the sounds I heard last night, no thanks. So we're heading to Pennsylvania today, and it's really chilly this morning. I think I woke up, it was 37 degrees, and about an hour and a half later, it's only 40 degrees. I think most of the day it's going to be in the 40s. But I've got a short day today, I think about 6 miles, so I'm trying to catch a ride into town. All right, so let's get going. All right, first little piece of background on me. My channel name on YouTube is They Call Me Hickory, and it's not my official trail name. Supposedly you get a trail name out on the trail. It's not necessarily set in stone. You have to do that. Some people come on the trail with a nickname or a trail name, kind of like I did. So I refer to myself as Hickory until maybe in the future I actually get a trail name from some other hikers. But a little background on that name, Hickory. My great-grandfather's nickname was Old Hickory or Hickory, and I think it originated from Andrew Jackson, the president. His nickname was also Old Hickory. But anyway, I had the good fortune to know my great-grandfather. He died when I was 14. If you can imagine knowing your great-grandfather, you know, into your teens. But he died, I think he was 98 when he died. But we used to visit him a few times a year in the northern neck of Virginia. And he passed that nickname down to me. He called me Hickory. So no one ever calls me that. He was the only person that did. But I thought it appropriate that I would carry that name with me on this hike. But as I'm hiking in my mind, I'm really applying, in my mind, I'm thinking my nickname should probably be Hindenburg, because I'll probably eventually go out in a great ball of fire, huge explosion, and what better way to go out than in a great ball of fire, right? Unexpectedly. So we'll see. I'm gonna stick with hickory for now. It's a little history on me. We got a view coming up, some cliffs or ledges, and I'll pick it up from there. See you down the trail. All right, first sign of sun this morning. I'm 2 miles in, heading toward Penmar Park. My first thought, or my original thought, is hike 6 miles today and go into town and take a break, a Nero and then maybe a Zero. But my legs are feeling good. I may go farther than that and then catch a ride into town. But I decided to skip they were called High Rock Ledges. They were about 0.2 tenths of a mile off the trail. The comments on my Gut Hook app, which is a phone app that marks the trail, the hikers can leave comments on it. But anyway, the comments were that it was full of graffiti. It was a view of one town. And when I did pass that side trail that led to the ledges, it was very cloudy, so I didn't think I'd get a great view, so I decided to skip it and just keep on going north. So hopefully I won't regret that, but I'm gonna head down the trail and see you in a little bit. So it's 9:30 and I've hiked 3.2 miles. Had a pretty rocky descent just back there, and great weather, but cool thing is I have not seen one human being today ever since I got up. So it's been pretty isolated. This is exactly what I came for. The forest is beautiful. The trees are blooming. And nice cool breeze. So let's get on down the trail. All right, the trail this morning has been very rocky and very technical, and I can see where your brain will eventually tire out. It's got to be always engaged, always on the next step, maybe the next step beyond that, but you're always kind of looking down. Unfortunately, you can't always take in the view because every step counts. It's very easy to roll your ankle, which I've done a squillion times. Haven't popped anything, but you always catch yourself with your trekking pole or hiking stick. And I can see after days, weeks, months of this, I know it's going to get harder, that your brain is either going to be automatically engaged or it's just going to be exhausted, just like your body. So once again, thru hikers are absolutely insane. I'm not sure how far I'll get with this. We'll see. But take it a day at a time. Let's go. Okay, I'm at Penmar Park, just short of the Maryland-Pennsylvania border and the Mason-Dixon line. I think I'm about a half a mile away, so that's gonna be a big moment for me. Decent view out here. It's a little overcast, but you can see a lot of farmlands down there. It looks like actually the sun is shining down there, but not here. When you stop hiking, it gets a little chilly. So when you're standing still, I can feel the breeze and the cold air, but when I'm hiking, of course, I'm working up the body heat. So I'm gonna head on north. I was going to stop and go into town about right after I cross the border, but I think I'm gonna stretch it at least another 2 miles, and I can still get a ride into Waynesboro. There's a place to stay there. There's a Walmart, a couple places to eat, and I can rest up. But we'll see. The weather's great, so I'm going to take advantage of it, and hopefully the trail won't be too brutal from this point on the rest of the day. So see you down the trail. All right, so end of day 4. I think it was about an 8.5 mile day. My legs are tired and sore. I'm stopping in town to resupply take a shower, and get some rest. I'm right off Route 16, staying in a hotel tonight, nice warm bed. Resupply, there's a Walmart like 100 yards right down the road, and a Sheetz. You can get some hot food. So I'm gonna take it easy, take a 0 day tomorrow, which will be good for my legs. I'll be ready for Pennsylvania, and I'll be hiking on from there. So I'll see you next time.